Desmond Shackle swinging. 11, James Shelby and Nick Wood. And the 69 from Eastern States, Michael Stevenson and Hayden Tibbetts. That is the B final. And then we'll have a 6-bike. Now that's a rarity to see. A 6-bike A final where it's the winner take all Ellesmere Championship sidecar race. So great to see. Unfortunately, we've lost the 96. That was a new bike of Mike Warwood and Stephen Burrows. I think a little bit of, I understand, a little bit of a heating problem there. So they've pulled out of this one, unfortunately, but I'm sure they'll get that sorted. So this is the B final coming up first for the sidecars, and I must admit a big thanks to Welding and Engineering, who's sponsoring both the sidecars and the mini stocks. So it's 35, Aaron Sullivan, Desmond Shackle. We'll just call them grids 1, 2 and 3 just to make it easy. 11, James Shelby, Nick Wood on 2. 69, Michael Stevenson, Hayden Tibbetts on the outside from grid 3. This is the B final for the sidecars. Off they go. As we look up pretty even as they go down there, but it looks like it's the 35, Sullivan and Shackle, who get themselves to the front of the field. Coming down that Stadium Finance back straight for the first time. Sullivan and Shackle out wide. The new bike there, the 11 of James Selby and Nick Wood in that second position from 69, Mike Stevenson and Hayden Tibbetts. So they're just spreading themselves out. Aaron Sullivan, Desmond Shackle had a pretty good run earlier on. It's obviously something not quite right on the that new 11 bike, Shelby and Nick Wood. She's either something's robbing. A little bit of smoke comes off it when he goes through. It's getting hot or overheating. They're on the run home anyway for this B final. 35, Aaron Sullivan, Desmond the 35 bikes died, so the one that we thought wouldn't make it, 11 is James Shelby, Nick Wood. They come through, but I hope they haven't cooked it. Second place will be the 69 bike of Michael Stevenson and Hayden Tibbetts. And third, just coasting home after a good run, is the 35 of Aaron Sullivan and Desmond Shackle. As that went off song at the most inappropriate moment. So that was the B. Well, it looks like those boys, James Shelby, Nick Wood, the rap with that one. So we'll line up the sidecars for the Welding and Engineering A final. 61 down on the inside is Benson and Henry, Warren Benson and Tony Henry from grid 1. 42 it'll be Pete Stevens. Who's Pete got on there? Jade Alsop going from 2. 18 Wayne Bryce, Jeff Roper from 3. 23 Ben Morris, John Erskine from 4. 92 is Riley McLean, and on the outside Nuttridge and Elliott, and off they go as they head into the first turn. Oh, they're closely bunched. Oh, this is what we like to see. This is what it used to be like at Templeton many years ago. Down the back straight they go. It's Morris and Erskine have got their nose in front of the field. Sitting out to mid-track, it's Pete Stevens and Jade Alsop tucked in behind. It's Bevan Nuttridge and Sam Elliott. It's now Stevens and Roper have got their nose to the front, but a big fight back from Erskine. Morris and Erskine. It's Morris and Erskine out in front of the field. Here comes Nuttridge and Elliott. A little bit of rubbing coming out of that turn. Still Morris and Erskine leading them through. Roper Roper swinging on the side of Pete Stevens there. They're holding that second spot. There goes Nuttridge and Elliott back in third as they head down the track. The rest of them are out of it now. The swinging round coming down for the white flag. 23, Ben Morris, John Erskine have got a march on the rest of them. Pretty close for that second position. It's Pete Stevens and Jeff Roper holding that out narrowly from Bevan Nuttridge and Sam Elliott. Into the final turn they come for the run home. Nuttridge gone wide. It'll be 23. Morris and Erskine taking the win from 42. Stevens and Roper. The 54, Nuttridge and Elliott will come home in that third position. Tucked in behind them was the 18 bike of Wayne Bryce and Jeff Roper, then the Benson and Henry team, and then the 92 Jason Riley and Craig McLean. Well, put your hands together. That's sidecar racing. You won't see a lot better than that final from those boys as they came on round. 23, only a couple of seasons racing. Ben Morris and John Erskine taking the win from 42. Pete Stevens and Jade Alsop. Bevan Nuttridge, Sam Elliott home in that third position with Wayne Bryce and Jeff Roper taking out fourth spot.